Hello, and you're listening to It Is All About Sports, and I'm Scott again this week. And today we're going to be talking about NASCAR and the Daytona 500, which kicks off later on today. Just to get you caught up, I haven't been on for about a week or so, been very busy. It's been a harsh winter up here in Delaware. Wish I was in Florida. Yesterday we got a chance to get out and do a little bit of grilling. It was actually 60 degrees, and we did some charcoal grilling yesterday with some burgers and some chicken. But today is February 23rd, and today is when NASCAR kicks off their season. And they start the season with their biggest sporting event, which is Daytona 500, which is kind of odd. It's different. It's like having the Super Bowl the first week of the season in football. But that's how they roll with NASCAR. So anyway, this is an audio version of our article. It's on our site. And this is also, we have a prediction at the end of that, and we welcome any comments that you might have. If you'd like to join the show sometime, just leave a comment, email. We'll set it up, a phone call, Skype call, something like that, where you can join and ask some questions or, give me your opinions. Tell me how you think I'm doing. So here we go. NASCAR, the 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup season opens today with the sport's biggest event, like I said, the Daytona 500. NASCAR is the only sport that starts the season with its biggest event, which makes this a very unique race, of course. Some of the drivers are in their new rides. None of them have raced with their new teams yet. Even the drivers and teams who are back with each other are likely to have made some sort of personnel changes since last November. Then you throw in the fact that NASCAR normally likes to tinker with the rules from season to season or change the cars a little, and this really is anybody's race. Just to make doubly sure everyone goes into this thing feeling like they can win, NASCAR makes the teams use restrictor plates, cuts down the horsepower to the engine, slows down the cars. So not only does it slow them down, but it makes them equal. So for the first 200 laps, these cars cannot break away from each other. It's a white knuckle racing for the first 3 hours or so for the drivers. They tend to hate it, but for the fans, it is like the most exciting race there is on the circuit. Most weeks these teams go into the track, and before the race even starts, we kind of likely narrow it down to 5 or 10 cars who have a chance to win. Daytona is not that kind of race, however. All 43 cars have a chance to win, and they can avoid the big crashes and make the winning move at the end. You want proof? Well, Trevor Bayne won this race in his first attempt at age 21. Bayne has not even won a national race, let alone a Sprint Cup race, but he won the biggest of them all 2 seasons ago. Danica Patrick could barely break the top 25 anywhere else, but at Daytona she has a pole and a top 10 finish. She could very well win on Sunday. Wouldn't surprise nobody except for maybe Richard Petty. So far during speed weeks, the Joe Gibbs Racing drivers have dominated everything. Denny Hamlin won the Sprint Unlimited last Saturday and the second duel at Daytona race on Thursday night. Matt Kenseth won the first duel on Thursday, and Kyle Busch won the Daytona 250 truck race on Friday. So, picking one of these 3 would seem likely the way to go this Sunday. Matt Kenseth has 2 Daytona 500 wins in his career already, so a third would not be a surprise to nobody. But this is a 500-mile race where oftentimes the best cars do not win. Tony Stewart is a guy to watch this Sunday, although many reports say he's not 100% following his 3 leg surgeries to get ready for Daytona. He owns a nationwide 300 race on the Saturday, having won it 6 times, and if he wins it again today, he'll know when he's ready. He is modern era Dale Earnhardt when it comes to speed weeks. He has won 14 Daytona races, but never won the 500. Earnhardt won everything during speed weeks for years. He won the Thursday race 10 years in a row, and at one point, he won 5 300s in a row at one point, and he won several IROC races on Friday, but could never master the only won one 500 in his career. Stewart is starting to know that what the Intimidator went through. If he doesn't get his 500 win soon, that monkey is on his back will be a 500-pound gorilla. Drivers to pick this Sunday. All 3 Gibbs drivers are good picks. That team seems to have it all figured out so far this week. Never count out Rick Hendrick drivers either, though. They know how to find victory lane at Daytona. Jeff Gordon looked awful good on Thursday. We also like Kevin Harvick on Sunday in his new Stewart Haas ride, and throwing Kurt Busch for the same reason while we're at it. So I guess we're going to make a prediction. We're going to go with the Matt Kenseth guy. I mean, I'd rather see Carl Edwards win. Of course, we're Carl Edwards fans. But we'll go with Matt Kenseth. James Folsom contributed to this article. He did most of the research and writing on this article. I want to just say thanks to James. And next time we'll be talking about the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time, or at least the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time I've ever seen. I'm also a huge boxing fan. Huge sports fan, all sports, but I was a huge boxing fan growing up as a kid. And we'll be talking about that next time. So thanks for joining me. I'm out. See you next time.